Speaker number 6, Elaine Love. Baby on back. Baby on back, Elaine Love.
She lay there bleeding and unconscious, her head split wide open. Think I'm reading from a novel? No, I lived it. In As a Man Thinketh, James Allen said, "Circumstances do not make the man, they reveal him." The circumstances which revealed not only my strengths, but also my weaknesses, was my second marriage. I was attracted to my 6'5", handsome husband. He was strong and muscular. He was a man's man. He was trained as a boxer in the service, and a quadruple extra large glove would not fit on his hands. Being a very feminine lady and a single mother with 2 small boys, I was seeking a strong male role model, someone to teach Doug and Dan the guy stuff. And being a proper lady, I didn't live with him before the wedding. If I had, I would have seen the red flags flying in the background. Shortly after the wedding, I knew I had made a horrible mistake. Why stay? Pride, fear of failure, determination to make the marriage work. If I just try a little harder, he'll stop the nasty remarks. But sadly, nothing I did made any difference in his behavior. Neither he nor I were in control. His friend Johnny Walker was. When he was drunk or wanted to drink badly, he became verbally abusive. And verbal abuse precedes physical abuse. When that trained fist landed in the center of my tiny back, the result was devastating. He was sorry. He apologized, begged forgiveness. Sometimes there were even presents. A new bracelet goes a long way to encourage forgiveness, and I forgave him over and over. Hope springs eternal. I believed because I wanted to believe. This time he means it. It really won't happen again. But of course it did. The cycle of abuse, remorse, not only repeats, but escalates. It escalated to the point the punch not only landed in my back, the next blow sliced open my head. I blacked out. When I regained consciousness, I drove myself to the emergency room. It took 38 stitches to reattach my scalp to my skull. And the back damage was so severe, it required surgery. I was too ashamed or afraid to ask for help. He was really good at making me feel guilty for making him mad, which led to the abuse. He was a good old boy. He'd been in town for 30 years. Everyone knew him. He was even a good Lutheran. He sang in the choir. He was no choir boy. I didn't think people would believe me. They'd think it must have been an accident. He was sweet, took care of me for a while after the surgery, until it happened again. The next attack was so severe, it required a full back fusion. Rods, plates, screws. I get to meet all the security guards at the airport now because I set off all the alarms. The next time, he doubled up that big fist and threatened me. I ran down the stairs. I got in my car, and as I'm backing out, he's banging on the hood. I was so frightened, I drove away and hid all night. more fortunate than most battered women. I owned a property management company. I had 100 homes to hide in. It tore me apart to break my vows. But there comes a breaking point. I was afraid, not only for myself, but for Doug and Dan. As a mother, I would do anything to protect my sons. My vows said for better, for worse. This was too much worse. I honestly believe if I had gone back one more time, I would be dead. I was so beaten down at the time of the divorce, I didn't fight for myself. He got 100% of the value of my company, and I had to pay him maintenance for 3 years. I got to keep my company, the debts, and my life. Today you see a poised, successful woman. But it took me 10 years to get up the courage to leave that abusive marriage, and many more years to restore my self-esteem. But restore it I did. I built that company back to more than double what it was at the time of the divorce, and this time I kept the profits. And Doug and Dan are happy, healthy men. 1 in 4 women in the United States is the victim of domestic violence. Look around this room. If I can inspire one person through my story to make the tough decisions and take charge of their life, I've accomplished my mission. Baby, I'm back.